Chad Bunch on the beat.
Hey, let's go with 4 driving, man. It's gonna be a curveball. Let's go, Jay. You got that.
Cam Jordan ain't nothing.
Hey Thomas, what are you doing?
Oh, I know who our guest is today, Mr. Kam Alexander, Bartlett. So I'm getting cammed up, as you can see.
But what is Cameron Diaz doing on your phone? Alright, it's summertime. It's back in the heat. This guy's been up early. Kam Alexander joins the show this week. Bartlett High School quarterback. Kam, welcome to JS Report.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Kam, how does it feel, first of all, get up early again this week after 2 weeks off?
It's a grind. It's definitely a grind. It's tough, but you know, I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back with all my guys. It's good seeing them, all the coach and everything, bringing energy back. It's good to be back.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit of history with you. I'm not no history guru, but y'all made a lot of history for the 2 times in 4 years last year. Y'all made it to the semifinals. Just talk about that season a little bit and journey with me. I know you didn't get to see the field that much because you had Braden Ragland at quarterback. But let's talk about that experience, under Ragland a little bit. Let's talk about the season in general with me last year.
Obviously, it was an amazing season. Changed my perspective a lot. Helped me see a lot of different things, a lot of different scenarios that I could just grow under, really. I had a lot of chances to just, especially like in practice. Practice was my big place because that's where I got my reps, really. Just to take time out and see things happening, see how things are going, get used to the speed of the game, speeding up. I got a few times to shine in some games. I know a big game I had was against White Station, varsity game. It was just a lot of fun playing under Braylon. He's a great guy. Learned a lot from him. Coach Lance did a great job with us, getting us through the season. A big part of everything last year was just our faith, and how we just stayed together and fought through tough times. I remember a lot of games where we went in, halftime, locker room speeches that just fired us back up to, go out there and keep competing and just finish. Finishing was our big thing last year. I think we did great with that and trying to carry on with that, take that with us this year.
I talked a little bit with our guys on defense last year as well. They talked about the Hoover mindset because when they saw Hoover on the schedule, they're like, "What?"
Let's take a step back.
Kind of like, "Wow, we're playing the big boys," that type of stuff.
Right.
Do you think that Hoover game kind of changed the momentum on that schedule? Because I know y'all got, I don't want to bring up the score, but y'all got hammered. But just talk about that mindset for that game, kind of like a wake-up call and said, hey, this game will definitely help us for that conference schedule. I call it the SEC schedule.
Right. No, that game definitely changed our mindset. It changed everything for us, really. We just went out there. We got smacked, but we gave it. We punched back. We drew some punches back, I'm not going to lie. But, man, that team was wild. I'm not going to lie. That team was good. But going out there and just in that environment, especially being in that stadium, every time they score, lights flashing everywhere.
Right.
We get off the buses, there's cameras in our face, you know what I'm saying? It was a great experience overall, and I thank Coach Lance for that, immaculately. That was amazing. That was just a great experience overall, even with the score, however it went. Coming back to Memphis, coming back to Bartlett, and just having that next game, it just totally changed us. Our mindset was totally different after that game.
Yeah, the only downside, you never saw the 2-day show back in the day with MTV cameras.
Right.
That's the only downside. That's the only downside about that experience, right?
Yeah.
But that Lausanne game too, that kind of helped y'all out a little bit. Coach Castro and They had D1 talent on that team. From Brock Glenn, the quarterback, to Max Gilbert, the kicker, who's now playing at Tennessee.
Right.
Brock playing at Florida State. They had a decent running game too.
Right.
There's a decent running game with Edward, and that Los Angeles win going into their place, was a good win too for the program.
Yeah, that turned our mentality around too. Seeing just really just going into that game, I just remember we were all dialed in. We were ready to rock, and we just came out from the jump, throwing our punches, throwing our crosses. We came out on top. I ain't gonna lie, that was a great game. It was a lot of energy in that game. We had some really big plays from Deshaun Catron. Bartlett made some good plays. Our running back, Jerron. Then our defense sealed that game. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I learned a lot from Bartlett that defense really does win championships. Defense win the game. I feel so much comfortable knowing that I got guys like David. We got our interior. We got Cortez Chambers. We got Jonathan Ferris coming back, and we got our DBs, Devin Rutherford. And we got some new guys coming this year too.
Right.
So it's gonna be fun.
Do you ever a favorite game that you enjoyed as a junior year?
Favorite game? I'm not gonna lie. Can I include playoffs?
Yeah, sure.
It had to have been that Germantown game. It had to have been getting Germantown back. It was a close one. It was a dog fight, but just the energy. I mean, everything was there. From the time we coming out the tunnel to the end of the game, shaking hands. It was a war. I'm not gonna lie. It was fun. It was a fun game.
Yeah, I feel like y'all won the Super Bowl that game.
Really? And it wasn't even the end. We still had a game. We had to go play next week. It was fun. It was definitely fun. That was a good game. That was a great game.
Y'all get to host pretty much the whole. How important is it to have that top 2 seeds?
Home field advantage.
Home field advantage.
It makes a big difference. Knowing that you don't have to go on a bus, long ride home, long ride there. Practice feels normal. Everything feels normal. I mean, Coach Lance's main thing was to keep everything the same. It's just another game. We still can go out there and practice how we practice, do what we do. And that was just a big part, knowing that we got the home crowd.
Oh, yeah.
We at home, it ain't nothing different. I mean, there's nothing like being at home. So.
And then a game, I'm not saying it's a big disappointment the way the game that ended the season, because I feel like Beach had more experience at that level because they've been there before. And of course, it's winter. Y'all going on to Cookeville if y'all win the semifinals.
Right.
But Beach has been in that spot before regarding 5A or 6A, whatever classification that they've been in the last couple of years. But what was the mindset going into that Beach game? I know to win that game and go into Cookeville. Or Chattanooga? One of those two.
Wherever it is.
Yeah. But just talk about that, was a little bit nervous going in, it looked like, maybe? Or for players?
Well, a lot of people don't know that week was a tough week for our team. We had just came off a wave of flu, sickness, and everything. So practice was, I'm talking about people were barely there. We had people in different spots that weren't even playing that position.
Wow.
We was a lot of out of position. So a lot of people don't even know that. But nonetheless, no excuses. So we come in that Friday. Everybody ready to go. Everybody was ready. Those last few days before, that Wednesday and Thursday, we had everybody back just about ready to go. It was tough. It was definitely a tough week. But like I said, coming in Friday, we were ready to play. It was we gave it our all. I'm not gonna lie. And I think a lot of people seen the fight that we had when we came out the locker room in the halftime.
Oh, yeah.
When we actually came out leading. We came in and got the lead back. And from there they just, some things went wrong. Another thing Coach Lance always gave us a few words was you gotta have a little bit of luck to win, especially those big games in the playoffs with so many different things coming into the game with injuries and stuff like that. You just gotta have a little bit of luck.
And he said also it was a 0-0 game at half, so do not score.
Right, 0-0.
It happened in the second half.
We can draw
All right.
games and try to score. Yeah.
Going forward, 2023 football season, like we talked about, another tough schedule, for the Panthers.
Most definitely.
Non-conference especially. You go to NUS first game, and they're going to be on a little bit of
Respect to
emotion
those guys.
type
Respect to those
game
guys.
because they lost one of their football players due to an accident.
Rest in peace to him.
So both sides, I think, will be a little bit of emotion on both sides. Not only
Right.
our team, but their team as well.
Right.
But just talk about year one so far under Chris Smith. What's the difference between Chris Smith compared to Coach Tucker?
Well, I'll say Coach Tucker was more of just from the offensive standpoint, it was more of a traditional, you run to the sideline, get the play, come back, control the clock, a lot of time management, which I give kudos to Coach Nance because he's a mastermind with his offense. I mean, obviously it works. A lot of people have questions about it, like, why do you run this play so much? Why do you do this? But I mean, it works.
It's successful.
Exactly, it's consistent. And then, you know, coming in this year with Coach Chris Smith, it's a huge flip. I mean, the speed of the game, tempoing, it's crazy. All the signals and everything, it was tough to learn, but we're getting rolling now. I have a lot more confidence now at this point. Just learning everything, getting everything in.
Any 7-on-7s, any of those anytime soon or scrimmages that you're
I
aware
think
of?
we're supposed to have a scrimmage coming up around like July 20th, something like that. Next few weeks coming up, so definitely get to see some action and pads, get a little more competition going.
So if anybody wants to follow your Twitter handle, how can they follow you?
I believe my Twitter handle is KamarianA2025. You know, you can get at me on there. I've been reposting a few things. I think the last thing I posted was can't remember. It was something. It was something football related, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I've just been getting at it, getting after them practice and stuff. So ready for the season.
How's your recruiting going? I know it's kind of early to say what you're gonna be an upcoming junior.
I've been to a few camps this.
How's that going this summer?
going
Been in the camps in general?
Oh yeah, I've been to Arkansas State camp. Had a little camp with Austin P. Did great at those. I love those coaches. Talked to them. Had great conversations. I know I have an offer from UT Martin so far. That's my first and only offer right now. But there's gonna be more to come.
Well, if anybody wants to follow Mr. Kam's journey, follow him on Twitter, Instagram, you name it. Then we'll be right back with another part interview with Thomas and Kam.
Hi, welcome back to the JS Report for part 2. I'm Thomas Sellers, by the way. Jonathan had a hard time getting that out.
That's not true.
Where did that voice come from? Wow. My man gets choked up when he talks about me. But hopefully,
20 years of friendship.
but hopefully my man Kam in the near future will bring tears to the eyes of his competition and tears of joy to the Panther Nation. Big shoes to fill, as Jonathan mentioned. But Bartlett has been developing a tradition now. You know, for the longest, you know, breaking the even 5-5 records. But the last couple of years, 2 out of the last 3 years have been the state semifinals. Now people are saying y'all developing a hump that y'all need to get over. Is Kam Alexander the man to get Bartlett over that hump?
Yes, sir. I believe so. I have all the confidence in the world, but also I stay humble. You know, I walk by faith. So if God puts me in that position to take it, you know, I'm willing to do it. I think I'm ready. I'm very prepared.
Okay, so it sounds like a spiritual foundation is set there. Who planted that spiritual foundation? Got some good parents on?
Of course. You know what I'm saying? Mom, dad, grandma. I've been raised well, so I always keep that in perspective. I never lose who put me here, who wake me up every day, who give me the strength.
And they'll pop you upside the head to get out of line too, right?
That's doggone right.
Yeah, so you can take the good coaching. Okay.
Very coachable.
Okay, but you sat in the wings last year, everything was rolling, and from listening to you early on, you were a good teammate. You were happy to see that success. But what were you soaking in and learning when you saw Braylon out there, you saw the guys doing their thing?
Really just attention to detail. Picking up on reads, just being quick, being decisive especially. That's the most important thing in high school football. I see you only get 2 or 3 seconds to make a decision. You better make it. You better know you're going to make it. So, I mean, that was a big thing. He did a great job of helping me. He still helps me to this day. I talk to him. I can text him anytime, call him anytime, give me advice. He's a great guy.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a little advice. You might want to reach out to Ethan Payne. He's up at Tennessee going to the College World Series doing his baseball thing.
Okay.
And you might want to reach out to last year's quarterback at Haywood to see what Chris Smith likes to do.
Right.
Both those guys put in work in his system.
Right.
I seen it up close and personal. It's successful, but it's quick pace, and I think a lot of colleges would be afraid to run it. Can Kam handle all that?
Yes, sir. I actually went to I believe that was Austin
you already
Peay camp.
You already head up. Okay.
I believe it.
Listening.
I believe it was Austin Peay camp that I went to, and they run a similar offense. It's pretty fast paced. They do a lot of RPO stuff. So, I mean, Chris Smith's offense is perfect for me right now. Just putting in perspective, getting into college and all that, and getting adjusted to that system. So.
Okay, so you like being an option of your arm and your legs. So, but which one is your strongest suit? As we sit here in 2023, which one? Be honest. Which one is your best?
I say my arm. I say definitely my arm. Because, I like to make quick decisions. I like to get the ball out of my hands. I don't like to wait. And if I do have to get out and make a play, I will, definitely. I'm not afraid to. I can make a lot of big plays with my arm. I like to be creative as well.
Okay. Now, as a man that's been, like, I heard somebody say 20 years of friendship. I've been doing this about 20 years, and I've seen a lot of great Kams come through, from St. Benedict to Germantown, and that name just seems to be just an athletic name. So you know your son Kam, he's going to be a great athlete. But the one who's put it on the map, the Superman himself, do you play like him?
I've
said his name, so
I've heard a lot of comparisons. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. That's my that's my
You got
idol.
the size and you got you kind of similarly built at that age. So
Can do it all. He got an arm, got legs, got the mentality. He wants to win. He's a leader, vocal. So I look up to him.
Okay, so we're gonna have some similar success.
I was there.
Now you got a 2-year window here. We talked about pressure. Braylon left some big shoes to fill. New coach, but he's proven. I think about 5 or 6 undefeated regular seasons and everything.
It's official.
And he said, "Hey, you my guy." Is that the pressure? It either makes diamonds or bust pipes. What's gonna keep you from being a pipe, and what's gonna turn you into a diamond?
It's funny you asked that question because me and my quarterback coach, Coach K, Kevin Davidson, we had a conversation. I think 2 days ago. He texted me. He texted me at night, and I was just sitting there. He sent me a video of Russell Wilson, and they were talking about having
My old adversary is a 49er.
they were having a great conversation about just having a neutral mindset, no matter different situations. Because we all know Russell had his up and downs. He's going through plenty of different trials and tribulations now, and he's been through a lot of different spots.
Can you stop talking about Sierra? We are not talking about culture here. We're talking about sports here, young man. No, I'm just kidding.
He just talked about having a neutral mindset and just staying in it, staying in the moment. You know, don't let pressure get to you. Don't let pressure break you down. You know, let it build you. Actually make you stronger. You know, that's what I want to do. I want to take on the pressure, go head first, and I'm not ducking nothing. You know, I would just play with confidence. Just put God first. Let him handle it.
I think as long as you got that spiritual foundation of keeping God first, it sounds like you got a great support system at home, and the pieces are there for Bartlett. So my last question for you, with the pieces being there, what was going to help y'all get over that new hump that's there? You know, to get past a beach, to get past, let's say, one of your adversaries down the road, Houston and all that. What would help y'all, you know, have that long November run and y'all be playing that game again the day after Thanksgiving?
First of all, we got to stick together. I mean, sticking together is the thing that has shown so far. I mean, with all the new coaches coming in, talks of all these people transferring because of this and because of that. But I mean, in the end, so far, we're all still here. We're all together. We got our whole coaching staff still. We got all our big name guys. We still here, still ready to compete. Nothing changes. Then again, just keeping faith. I mean, just being strong, having that strong mindset, being able to fight through adversity. Because I mean, nothing's perfect. There's gonna be times where we're down. There's gonna be times where it gets tough. There's definitely gonna be times where it gets tough, especially playing high school football, 6A football. It's not easy. So, got that tough schedule. It's gonna have to push through. Keep a strong mindset.
Well, I'm looking forward to, we got Gridiron Glory coming up here at West 10 Media. We're going to get the schedules out there, the rosters out there, so everybody can have some more information. But the story's going to be written on the field from August to the end of October, and hopefully, in your case, November as well. So, Ken, we appreciate you coming in and chatting with us. Got good moxie for only a junior. So, and we know it's only going to get better. And let's just see what happens next.
All right, Mr. Alexander, we're going to talk about the schedule. A little bit more in detail real quick, but make it quick. All right, first game like we talked about at MUS, Coach Austin over at the MUS location always gets guys ready on Park Avenue.
Yep.
And just talk about, real quick, how you can get these guys over that hump and that quality win, hopefully.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be the first game, seeing everybody get out there with the new offense and new defense. So it's just going to be fun. We got to fly around, make a lot of plays, and just, stick through it and finish that game out pretty much.
All right, second game will be Lausanne. Coach LeCastro wants a little bit of revenge on the Bartlett Panthers. But I think it's going to be a great game, non-conference game. So everybody wants to.
I believe we're at home for that game.
Right, we're at home for that game. So Panther Stadium will be rocking.
Yeah, it's going to be
on both sides of the stands.
Can't wait.
Third game, Coach Rocconi and Carver Dragons come to town.
Yes, sir.
They're going to be asking for a little bit of revenge also a little bit because Coach Rocconi and the Dragons got that Aiden Glover at quarterback. So
AG, that's my guy.
AG's going to be like, okay, Cam, I got all these offers. Where's your offers? That type of stuff.
You know how that goes.
Take a little trash talk over there.
That's my guy.
But at Arlington this game. You know, at Arlington's a rivalry game. Throw out the records. Anybody can win that one, but it's at Arlington. So good luck to the Panthers in that one. Next game will be White Station at home Spartans, and then Pruitt Spartan team, I might add, it looks like. And, you know, I think they're going to be okay in that district as well with us. So, oh man, Coach Smith said this might be the toughest game of the schedule.
What is that?
At Grenada.
Oh, here we go. Going to Mississippi, huh?
So we're going down to Mississippi, not Alabama this time. So
Down to Mississippi.
that's another good non-conference
It's
game.
gonna be a great experience for that.
Great experience, like we just talked about with the Hoover.
Right. Seeing something different.
And then we got at Houston, so we know their running game with Day at quarterback and Damien at running back. Everybody's gonna be like, okay, they don't have Brock Weiss though. That's a good thing. They don't get that 6'10" receiver. But you know,
Go get
but it's gonna be a good game for us Panthers just to play them at their place. And then there's gonna be a lot of emotions on both sides of the ball in that one.
Definitely gonna be a good one.
Wow, at Germantown, we got some friends on Germantown, so we, you know, of course, a lot of trash talk will be going back and forth between that one again.
Yeah, they got some good guys.
And then we got an approved. Well, we got bye week because of fall break right after that.
Right.
So enjoy that fall break when you can.
Definitely gonna rest up.
Yeah. So we got Cordova the next to last game at Panther Stadium, and I want to give Coach Downton a lot of credit as well because he's done a great job in the offseason being a first year back at Cordova where he started from.
Right.
So Coach Downton, the Cordova Wolves come to town and don't count out the Cordova Wolves. Oh man, Salisbury comes to Panther Stadium from Whitehaven. You know, a lot of emotions in that one as well because
That's always a good one.
it's always a good one.
Farther versus Whitehaven, that's all.
And Ronnie Salisbury, who's been around for 20 plus years also, will definitely win a little bit of revenge because, you know, last year they missed the playoffs for the first time in so many years.
Right.
So that's the Panthers' schedule for the 2023 football season. And like I said, if anybody wants to go out and watch Mr. Alexander at quarterback, we're glad to follow him on his journey this year in the 2023 football season.
Sir. Fourth tape. I don't do 4. I get it done in 3.
Man, that Cam Diaz, she might be the best Cam I've seen all.
Well, I don't know about that, Mr. Seller. I think Kam Alexander is the one you really need to be looking at.
So you the next big Cam?
Next big thing. Tell him.